my gosh, is this working? I am so surprised this is working. Weird. I just tried to go live on my computer and it was like, nope, you've never gone live before. You have to wait 24 hours before you can do so. And then I tried on my phone and it surprisingly worked. So, hello, this is kind of out of nowhere. I was not expecting it to work. So, yes. And I also was not planning to do this on my phone. It's always the the phone angle, you know? Anyway, hello. I've never done this. I've been on YouTube for 10 years and I've never once gone live. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me well? Shout out to Astrid Wolf. What is up? Man, how fun. I should do this more. I don't know what people normally, well, I guess I know what people normally do on lives. Like I go live on Instagram, no problem, but okay, good, you hear me very well. I go live on Instagram, but it's just, there's something different about YouTube because, you know, when I make YouTube videos, they're always put together and edited. So this is a new experience. So fun. I need to do this more often. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I wanted to hop on. I'm great. I am just getting all the final touches ready for my 8-week course, The Manifestation Transformation, which starts on Sunday. That is very exciting. If anyone has questions about that, doors close tomorrow night. So as soon as it hits midnight on Halloween, doors close because the course starts on Sunday. And I'm super freaking pumped about it. Wait, am I allowed to scroll to look at comments? What are we going to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I just thought I would come hang. But also let you guys know that if you had interest in joining the course, which I am so freaking excited about because I've never done something like this. Like I've never led a group more than a handful of people for an extended amount of time. So it's a whole new adventure. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. I can definitely give you all the deets. Oh, someone asked me what I was doing. Duh. So I've been getting all of the details and things ready for the manifestation course, the manifestation transformation course. So that's been consuming a lot of my time and energy. So I didn't have time to film a video for this week. That's why I wanted to go live so I could just check in and hang out. Because today, in a few hours, I'm driving up to Big Bear with my friends. If you know where that's at, Big Bear, and we're staying there for the weekend. And two of my friends who are going to be there are actually two of the guest speakers that are going to be in the course. Maybe I'll see if they can do a live with me tomorrow as well, because I always feel so weird about talking my stuff up. Even with my coaching, you don't hear me talk about it a whole lot because I just like, it's funny because I'm into manifestation and I'm like, own what you want, go for it, like claim it, it's fine. But you know, there's still like things that I get to work on too. And that's one of them, like self-promotion, even if it's like a great experience that can help so many people, is still, you know, funny feeling. So maybe I'll have them on tomorrow and they could talk me up. They do such a good job. They're like the best hype friends ever. And it's not just hype, like they say genuine words of encouragement and they mean it. And I'm always like, I feel so seen and loved with you guys. So I'm also, I'm like touching things and things are happening. What are you guys saying? Not for $600, but I just fixed my truck. That is understandable. That is understandable. I understand completely. I will say though that all my friends that are going to be on and joining and teaching in the course, I have Alonza Lenka. She's a self-mastery coach, a wealth coach, Alyssa Hammond, who is all about money manifestation and so good with the energetics of money. And then Carissa Johnson, who I've also had on my channel, and she's a medium. She is a high-level business coach. She has an amazing story, and she's going to be teaching. All of their programs to join are multiple thousands of dollars per month. So the fact that like for 2 months, it's a fraction of what it would be to like work with them in any capacity is big. All of my friends in the coaching industry, they're like, you're like charging nothing for this compared to what coaching programs are. And I'm like, I know, because most of my people have never worked with that and they've never invested in themselves in any way. So I don't want it to be like a shock. So I just thought it would be a fun little way to get into personal development in a way. Like personal development, it's like a personal thing. Like we all start our personal development journeys on our own. And like that gets you so far. And it got me so far. Like I did like 1.5 2 years just doing the personal development journey on my own. But as soon as I, got into a group, into like my coaching certification program, it took me further than I ever got on my own, and it was the most life-changing, well worth thing to step into that. What are we saying? How do you manifest important stuff in a short amount of time? That sounds like you're putting pressure on what you're trying to manifest. So if you're putting pressure on what you're trying to manifest, I say actually step back and get present and be with yourself and work on your emotional state. And that is the base work that really needs to be done to step into it, honestly. Oh, someone said, I'm 30 and a Sagittarius. I'm 30 and a Sagittarius. My birthday's December 13th and I'll be 31. Hi from Panama. Can you make a video on how to see ghosts with the law of attraction? I mean, we all have the ability to open that up. That's actually something Carissa's going to be kind of talking on a bit, tapping into your intuition and spiritual gifts when she teaches in the course, which will be awesome. OhhMyAnnie, president for USA. That sounds like it would be too much stress. Too much stress. What do you think? What do you think of the Manifest the Specific Person community? Seems like I've never heard of that. Charlatans taking advantage. I'm not into that. I do believe that we have soulmates and specific people who are meant for us, but I feel like a lot of people who are, not everyone, it all comes down to our own intention and what's meant for us. But a lot of the times the people who are trying to manifest a specific person or get their ex back, it comes with this unhealthy, almost like karma attachment energy to it. So I say if you feel like overly attached to needing someone in that way, you're usually actually going to repel them or just create a really toxic situation. So it goes down to the individual, but that's just most of what I see when people are trying to manifest a specific person. Thank you guys. Today's my birthday, Zach Johnson. Happy birthday, Zach Johnson. Happy birthday, Zach Johnson. I'm holding crystals, sending you all the good vibes. Yay. Hi from India. Please say hi. Lara or Laura? Lara. My niece, her name's Lara and it's spelled that way. So assuming your name's Lara. Hello, Lara. Yeah. See, this is the thing when I do lives, I love actually reading and interacting. So I will go through and read every single comment on the spot. And so half the time I'm just awkwardly scrolling. The Neville Goddard community believes specific people have no free will, puppets and holograms. Very toxic. Yeah, that does not sound right. That sounds like they're giving their power away to a very toxic thought process. So I don't agree with that. I believe we all have free will. So we have a lot of people from India. Where are you all from right now? I'm so curious. Annie, I have published my book and I mentioned your channel and link in my book. Oh, wait, did I talk to you recently? I think you put the link in it, but I didn't remember to like click to save it to go to it. So if you want to like leave it in the comments, I could definitely go check that out. We have India, we have Texas, we have the USA. The UK. I'm from LA. We have Sweden. Can we just take a second and notice how awesome it is that we're all around the world? India, England, San Diego, whoop whoop. I have one of my best friends, Carissa, who's going to be in the course. She is in San Diego, Poland, Mars. Yes, definitely. I'm Hi, Annie from Switzerland. We're from all over the world. We're creating like an energetic connection over the entire globe right now. Like, take that in. We're all connected. So cool. Tigard, Oregon. Hey, I'm actually from about an hour and a half, an hour away from Oregon because I am originally from Washington State. I live about an hour north of Portland. I mean, my family does. I grew up there. How have you been? I've been great. South Africa, Canada, Florida. Favorite book, band, food. That's a hard one. I don't have favorites, to be honest. There's not one single like thing, music, food, and like I just enjoy a lot of things. And I have like a handful of go-tos, but I don't really have any like this is my one favorite. Same with friends. I don't have a like this is my one best friend. Like that just seems like attachment-y, like that karma attachment that we were talking about with manifesting a specific person. I wish I could see ghosts. Spirits. You could. There are different kinds of spirits, though. There are some that are lingering around Earth, and then there are some that are on the other side. But the thing is, the other side is actually just a different dimension within the same space. So you can actually like tap into that. And it's not a scary, bad thing. Like they're living their best spirit life. My aunt, she passed away over a year ago. And she comes in all the time. Anytime, I feel her around. But then also anytime that any of my medium friends who are very tapped in, anytime I'm around them, they're like, your aunt's like really talking right now. She really loves hanging out with you. But she's not like lingering here. She's on the other side. Just popping in though. Your voice is helping me right now with my anxiety attack. I'm glad. Like, just take a moment. I always like to tell people when I'm on lives on Instagram, if you are here right now on this live, as I'm talking to you, you are safe. So it's so important when you are feeling that to tell yourself you're safe, because our body is acting in a way where it's like it's in fight or flight and it feels like it's not safe. So telling yourself in those moments like, right now I'm safe. I'm safe. You're safe. I'm not in Portland now. I've heard it's very unsafe though. No, I live in California. I'm just from that direction originally. I've been in LA for 8 years now. I have multiple BFFs and that's good. Yes, it is. I have made a vision board. Yes. Vision boards are amazing. Are you a Christian? I am spiritual. I believe in God. I believe in afterlife. I believe that everybody can have psychic abilities. I believe that mediumship is a real thing. I don't identify with any specific religion. I feel like all religions have truths to them, but I believe that they're all trying to make sense of the same thing, but they use different language, which causes a lot of war and a lot of argument and a lot of tension. When it's like, if you all pulled back and realize you're saying different words, but what you're feeling is oftentimes the same. What you're feeling is the same thing. It's just you're arguing over the language that's being used. So I don't agree with all of the fear tactics within religions, but I agree with the love aspects. I believe that Jesus was real. I believe that he was a great person and he could perform miracles. And I believe that people have that ability now. And yeah, so I don't know if that answers any of your questions. I used to not want to say this kind of stuff on my channel because I was like, what if my family sees that? What are they going to think? But I also want to spread the message that we don't have to be trapped in these cages of the conditioning that we've learned from our families. That's also more that I'm going to be teaching in the manifestation transformation. It's not just about manifestation. It's about overcoming limiting beliefs, overcoming conditioning, and, you know, all the things that society and our families have taught us, like really letting that go to get to a place, raise your vibration, and then actually manifest the things that you want. So it's the whole spectrum. That's why it's called the manifestation transformation, because it's, you know, the healing work as well as the manifestation tools. Please go back to your regular fun videos like trying products. This manifestation stuff is so boring. If you don't like it, this is not the channel for you then, because this is what I'm passionate about, and I'm not going to try random videos. Like my most viewed videos, I tested out a foot peel mask, and although it got like 12 million views, I have no pride in that video. I'm like, that video is cringy. That doesn't help any human. That doesn't do anything. That distracts people from life, and it distracts people from really diving into bettering their lives. So I have no interest in trying weird products anymore. This is not something I condone at this point. I made those videos when I was in my depression. I'm not going back to that. That's when I was depressed and like putting on a mask that everything was fine and trying weird video. Like I tried a mole removal cream, which at the time I thought, oh, it's natural. It'll be fine. Like it freaking left scars. Like these are welts. I don't really mind too much, but I don't need to go back to that at all. So if that's the stuff that you want, then sorry, but there are plenty of other people who make videos that they are not passionate about, but aim to get views. How long did you script until you saw the first signs of something changing? Honestly, I feel like my first scripting manifestations really took about a month to just feel the shifts. And they started small. They started just like with how I felt about myself. But I will tell you, and I've made videos on this, the video where I share that I manifested $10,000. Wait, I lost the spot. The video that I shared where I made $10,000, I started scripting that I make $10,000 every month. And I wrote about that lifestyle. And up until that point, I only made like $2,000 probably, usually less a month. And the next month I made 10,000, but I was also in a very good emotional state. That's why it's so important to do the healing work first, raise your vibration, feel better, because we attract what we feel. And then we can really manifest from that space. But if we're like trying to script and manifest from desperation, then yeah, we manifest what we feel. So if we're feeling lack, then we're gonna bring in lack. Okay. What is happening? I think I lost where I was at. Let me find another question. Sorry if I'm skipping any of your questions because I lost my spot. Aw. Whoops, sorry, I haven't been on your page really. You popped up on my YouTube. You seem super sweet though. I'll check out more of your vids. What do you usually speak about? So I wonder, does this push it out to people that aren't even subscribed to me then? I usually speak about personal development and the law of attraction and manifestation. I definitely recommend you're new to my channel, go watch one of my most recent videos. I think it was my last video. That was my manifestation transformation. And I just share how much my life has changed over the years, because maybe you are subscribed to me, but you were subscribed to me from when I was making the random videos when I was depressed. And I even appeared to be a different person because my energy was so different. Okay. How long? Okay. Now I see where I was at. Bashar or Abraham Hicks? Abraham Hicks, I've actually only heard of Bashar. I've never listened. You guys probably saw, those of you who are subscribed probably saw that Elizabeth April was on my channel. I heard her mention Bashar before, but I don't think she's ever even looked into him. Or that is a being, right? That's a being that is channeled. Yeah, so basically I don't really know much. But Abraham Hicks is cool. That actually, I went to a psychic before, and it's my friend Alyssa, who is someone who was on my channel, and she channels as well. But I went to her psychic friend, and she was like, "Oh, usually spirit guides come through, but Abraham is coming through to deliver a message." And Abraham is very like non-emotional, cut to the point, like, this is the message. So just a little fun, interesting fact. Will you do another live chat soon? Yes, I think if my friends are down, I'm going to Big Bear with some of my soul fam this weekend, and two of my friends, Alyssa and Alon, who are going to be guest speakers in the Manifestation Transformation course. Again, doors closed for that tomorrow, so if you want to join, this is your last chance. It's the only round we're doing live, with live calls every 2 weeks. It's like a coaching container, so it's like the lowest costing group coaching program you're going to see. All of my friends are like, this is insane. But I'll be with them tomorrow, and I'll see if we have service out at Big Bear. I'll see if they'll come on live and we'll hang out. Let's see. What are you going to be for Halloween? Nothing. I mean, we're going to be in the cabin together, 5 of us, but I don't really have a costume. I'm just going to be myself. Do you script the same thing every day? No. Sometimes. I haven't even been scripting every single day, to be honest. For the longest time I did, but I've kind of taken a step back from that. I 100% wholeheartedly suggest scripting, but I was just getting to a point in my life where I'm like, I just want to chill where I'm at right now. Like, I like this. This feels good, especially with, everyone staying indoors. Like, I just want to chill out and like dive into my soul rather than creating things externally. Although it's super fun to play and manifest and grow in life. But also part of growing in life is like chilling out and doing the inner work. Actually, that's like the big important piece. Is it possible to attract a free luxury house like your friend Lindsay? Oh, so my friend Lindsay Atkinson, she manifested a free year at an apartment. So because she did it, that is proof that it is possible. But she's the one that you want to talk to about that. I would just say go rewatch the video I did with her. So there's always, anything is possible. Literally anything is possible. But usually I say, intend on what you want to manifest, but you don't have to worry about the how. Don't just say, I want a free house. Like, what if you're just focusing, I want a free house, and you're blocking money from coming in because you're just focused on the, like, it has to be for no money, when you could be accepting abundance into your life, and it doesn't even have to be free because you're so supported. Top 5 manifestation books. The Miracle Morning isn't necessarily just about manifestation, but they talk about visualization in that. The Success Principles, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. You're a Badass at Making Money. Those are my top 3 off the top of my head. Happy Pocket Full of Money is a money manifestation book. And number 5 isn't necessarily on manifestation, but You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay is amazing. And I have a video on my top 5, so that'll give you more clarity on all of that. What do you do on days you're feeling overwhelmed by all the possible things you could be/do? Go out in nature, go on a walk. I heard this tip today, and it's something that I experienced for myself, but hearing it from another like mentor/spiritual mentor is just validating. So when I'm overwhelmed, I like to get out in nature and go on a walk, because oftentimes we're holding on to a lot of energy and emotions that's not even ours. And if you get out in nature away from all the things and all the energy and all the people, you give your system a chance to like really release it. And if you feel relaxed and are releasing that energy out in nature on that walk, whatever that looks like for you, then you know that probably for the majority of that experience, like those emotions and that energy wasn't even yours. If a walk or nature really helps dissipate that, yeah, we just hold on to a lot of energy and emotions from other people and from the world. I actually recently joined this program which is called the Divine Expander, to really help dive into spiritual gifts. And she was like, tapping into your energy, I feel you're carrying a lot of stress that isn't even yours. Like, I feel like you have backpacks on that are just other people's emotions and energies, because you're such an empath and you're holding on to a lot. Like, you have a heartache that isn't yours. Like, you're taking that on from someone else. You have this that isn't yours. So one thing she guided me to do was just intentionally, after every single interaction, like I'll take my selenite wand and I will intentionally say, like, I release all energy that is not mine. Very intentionally. Every time I go to the grocery store, after I get off a live, I'm going to do that. Or maybe sage, after I do a coaching call, after I talk to even a loved one, even an experience that feels great. You don't want to be carrying other people's energy. So that is some pro advice. I'm going to be covering more about that in the manifestation transformation. I'm going to plug that a bunch of times, because like I said, doors close for it tomorrow. So if anyone wants in on that, then you have until tomorrow to join. Why don't you talk about attracting your soulmate or your love life? Is that not a priority for you right now? It is not a priority for me right now. I was in a very toxic relationship with an alcoholic. We're doing our own things. I'm proud of him. He's been sober now, but just going through that whole experience, like, I needed a span of time just on my own, which has only been a couple of years now. And I think it's so important to emotionally heal yourself before you try to, and I've done a lot of releasing and healing, but because I was in that for so long, like, I need this time of independence by myself emotionally to really love myself. And if you guys saw the reading I did with Elizabeth, she said, it's in my soul contract, which she said timelines can change and things can go differently, but she sees me calling in, or not even calling in, but my person coming in 2021. But she's like, don't get attached to the date, because that can always change. But also, yeah, it's just not a priority at the moment. I love me. Gonna love myself. Yes. What is that thing? Oh, my selenite wand. It's a crystal, and this selenite crystal is really good at clearing and cleansing and neutralizing energies. So, like someone would burn sage to clear space, you can also use selenite, which is awesome. You can even use selenite to clear energy of other crystals. How do you join the manifestation transformation? So I can post in the comments or description of this video a link, but you can go to my website, www.OhhMyAnnie.com. That's with 2 H's, www.OhhMyAnnie.com. OhhMyAnnie.com. And from there at the top, it'll say the manifestation course. Click on that and it'll bring you to the page with all the details and all the info. Or if you go to my last video, there's a link there as well. How did you come up with your YouTube channel name? Sorry, I am uneducated about you. I was sitting there with my friend and we were trying to brainstorm a name and I could not think of one that I liked. And I say, oh my gosh, all the time, like, oh my gosh. I was raised in a very conservative Christian household, so even now I don't curse because I was trained not to, and it just feels unnatural at this point because I've never really done it my whole life, and I don't mind it at all. I don't mind other people doing it. It just doesn't flow out of my mouth. But I also was not allowed to say God, like the Lord's name in vain. So I was kind of, and my mom would even yell at me when I would say, oh my gosh, because she would go, you know what that stands for? Or you know what that's supposed to, you know what that means, or is slang for. So anyway, as I was brainstorming, I kept like saying, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then my friend Ashley was like, oh my Annie. And then I looked up Oh My Annie and it was available. And so that is me now. Yes. So, oh, please say 40 to 40 million. 40 to 40 million. Oh, is that the book? So I might be butchering your name. Ajana wrote a book and it's available. And I haven't read it, but it sounds really awesome. She said she's mentioned, oh, is my top 6. Yes. 40 to 40 million is number 6, or is in my top 6 for sure, because she mentions me and my channel. So I'm very honored for that. Danny O'Neill, I appreciate you because I always see you commenting on my stuff. So thank you. Shout out to you. Yeah, I've seen your name around here for a very long time. But yeah, do any of you guys have, oh, more questions. How long did it take you from babysitting to start earning from YouTube? So when I was babysitting at that point, because I'd been making YouTube videos for so long, even though they weren't really doing much, they weren't blowing up or anything or getting a ton of attention, but because I'd been doing it for so long, they had generated enough views where I was making like a couple $100s off of AdSense from just all the videos built up over the years. So that was kind of like my cushion. Like my babysitting money basically covered my rent. And yeah, I think that would have covered my rent, 2, 4, 6, 8, because I probably made about $200 a week. Yeah, so that covered my rent at the time. And then my YouTube money, like that was the extra padding that like got me by, like gas money, groceries, all that. But it was so interesting because I started my manifestation journey while I was babysitting. I started learning all about it. And as soon as I heard that they were moving, I was like, I'm not getting another babysitting job. So I decided I'm going to intend to make YouTube my thing. So I started scripting about YouTube and how that, like, that's my thing now. Like, I make enough money to support me. And that month that they left, the family moved, I made enough money from my YouTube channel to cover my rent. And I didn't have much more after that. So I was still like, this is scary. But it just shows that all I did was shift my intention and have faith, and it showed up. But the faith is a big part, because if you're like, this isn't going to work, I don't believe this is going to work, I'm going to do it, but then you're probably putting an energy out that's blocking a bit. But yeah, if anyone has any questions on the Manifestation Transformation 8-week course, please ask those. I'll answer them right now, right here. Before I go, what is the most amazing manifestation you've ever had? So many things. My apartment was probably a big one. I cried when I signed the lease, because I was told my whole life that I would need someone to take care of me, and that I basically believed that I was not capable of being independent on my own. So that's why I always refer to my apartment manifestation. I am straight, but kind of feel gay, but don't want to be gay just because it's against my religion. It sounds like it's not that you don't want that. It sounds like it's restricting you because of your religion. I say follow your heart, but then again, I understand with family and all of that, it can be scary. I will say this though, coming out about spirituality, because I come from a very Christian family and they think anything outside of their bubble is evil. To talk about what I've been talking about recently, even just manifestation, I was crying to my friends constantly because I told my friends, I'm like, I feel like who's gay that needs to come out to their parents but with spirituality. Like, that's how scary it felt. Like someone in the LGBTQ plus community having to come out to their Christian conservative Republican family. That's what it felt like to me. So I was just like on edge, sad and nervous all the time. So I can understand, but also know that living in your truth is so empowering and so freeing. And it's not a sin. It's not bad. You are safe. You are allowed to be you. There are so many people that support you. There are so many people who feel what you feel. There's so many people who have gone through that. There's nothing bad about you. And yeah, like I said, the scariest part is actually stepping in and claiming it and owning it. Like, actually, no, the scariest part isn't doing it. It's the fear leading up to doing it. Then you actually do it and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a freaking weight is lifted off of my shoulders. Love is love. Like, love. There's nothing bad about love. True love from the heart. There's nothing bad about that. Thank you. Oh, I want to say your name, but I don't want to butcher it. Kritika, thank you. The manifestation transformation course is self-paced, right? The 5 calls included will be group calls. So the manifestation transformation course, the way it's going to be working is for this round and this round only. It's 8 weeks. Every week, a new video, a new guided meditation, and a new assignment drops. And there will be a small private Facebook community as well as accountabilities for whoever wants them. So it is something that we're going to kind of be doing together as a group. But as I say in the welcome video, when you join, there's no failing. If you don't feel like you're able to keep up, keep coming to the calls. You have it forever. It's lifetime access. Even the group calls every 2 weeks, the live calls are going to be recorded and saved into the course, and people can always go back, and the meditations will be downloadable. So yes, we're doing it in a flow together, but it can be self-paced. The calls, though, will be live at a specific time, and you have access forever to all of it, except for the Facebook group. After the 8 weeks, I'm probably going to not necessarily take it down, but just deactivate it so people can go look at what was posted there. But it's just a little difficult to manage multiple Facebook groups, and I have the main community. Yee, thank you. Greetings from Brazil. I feel like my parents are robots and have no feelings, just how they say everything's evil. I can relate. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my parents, but my mom also says everything's evil. My mom says, without God, anyone who doesn't believe in God the way that their religion believes, without God, humans are evil, is basically what she says. So I get you. I understand. If I had that, and I feel like everyone is on the spectrum. I mean, I definitely am attracted to men, and that's where I feel comfortable, but I've definitely seen women and I'm like, ooh, there's something very attractive and appealing about her. I don't want to like get at her, but like I'm very intrigued by this human. She's beautiful. So I do think everyone is on some sort of a spectrum and there's nothing wrong with it. And yeah, there's some work to do around that for you, but it's so possible. Like I'm telling you, the way you're feeling now with who you feel emotionally drawn to is the same way I felt about coming out spiritually. And I felt paralyzed and I felt like I had to hide anything. I think that's one of the reasons I would never have come on live before, because I would have been too terrified that my parents might see something or I might say something that, you know, could get me in trouble. Even though I wouldn't be in trouble, it would just feel like I'd be losing love if I shared things that weren't aligned with their thoughts. Yeah. Any advice for attracting friends that understand you? How do you overcome people not liking you because of a former friend, how a former friend has betrayed you? Well, first of all, you probably don't want friends who believe everything another human says about you and are believing and interacting in that gossip. But I've been there too. I had very toxic friendships back in the day, and I now have like my soul family, my soul friendships. And what led me to them was loving myself. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it took me being so happy alone on my own, on my journey, just like so content. The journey started years back, but I mean, I guess I've actually been living in this apartment for 2 years now, but the journey started before I moved here. And it's like, also, as soon as I was completely on my own in my own energy, I was like, I love myself. I love being by myself. And I learned to cherish who I am. And once I got so fulfilled in being me and comfortable with that, then I found people who were doing the same and were content and loved themselves. And you attract what you are. So if you want high vibrational friends that are awesome and they don't judge and they're just on that path, then do the work and be the kind of person that you want to attract. Same with a romantic partner. I think I lost my spot again. Sorry again if I don't answer some questions. Do you have any advice for someone that is not sure of what they want to manifest? Yes, my advice would be start by manifesting who you want to be and how you want to show up. Like, get so happy and hyped about who you are. And we already are those things. We're already amazing. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about letting go of the conditioning and things that don't serve us. So letting that go and really discovering who we are. So that's always fun. Just getting to this place where you're pumped about you. It's always going back to self-love. Because then when you're feeling good, you're going to notice what you really like and what you're really drawn to. So always goes back to self. Do you plan to come to India in the future? Absolutely. I've heard great things about India, about just that side of the world. I really want to go to Bali. I feel like that's kind of cliche at this point. Everyone goes to Bali, but I've heard only amazing things about it. So 100%. I feel like India, the spirituality over there is very aligned with my beliefs. I mean, with the meditation and like sound healing and just practices that I do, at least that piece. Thank you guys. You're so amazing. It's never good when a child is afraid of their parents' reaction. Parenting is about trusting your child to find its own way, not to punish or not to push your ideas into it. 100% agree. That was not my experience growing up, but I wish it was. I've done some inner child work. And the last time I really dug into that, it was like what I really needed was to be told that I'm capable and that I get to explore and I get to decide what's right for me. Because I feel like anytime I would have an idea that was outside of that bubble, I would be like not like shunned or like, that's not in the Bible. No. And as a child, you're like, okay, it's not safe to talk about what I think because I'm always getting corrected and I'm always getting told I'm wrong. Like, that's some big pieces of my conditioning. Thank you, babe. You really helped me. You're welcome. This is so fun. I need to do lives more. I think I lost my spot again. Anyway, I originally was just going to come on for 10 minutes and say, hey, the manifestation transformation starts Sunday and you have through Saturday, and I was going to tell you all the details, but then it turned into a Q&A, which I think that's exactly what it needed to be. And also know that if you want to join the manifestation transformation, which is super exciting because I've never done something like this and I'm excited, with the calls, it's going to be like this, kind of, not just Q&A form, but it's on Zoom, so it's like live, face-to-face. Like, you guys get to unmute yourself and we get to talk and interact. So it's like quality time with myself, my friend Alon, who is a self-mastery coach, my friend Alyssa, who is a spiritual wealth coach, my friend Carissa, who is a psychic medium and high-level business mentor. And we're going to be like, I'm going to get to know the people in the course, like actually quality for the next 2 weeks. Because it's not this huge thing I'm letting a ton of people into. So it's going to be more on the intimate side. So if you want to like hang out and really get to know each other, that's going to be real fun. Anyway, where did the comments go? Okay, there they are. I think I definitely didn't answer all of them, but I did my best. Yay! Just found your channel recently, so it's cool to be part of your first live. Yeah, can you believe that I have been on YouTube? Or, I mean, I was very wishy-washy with posting for the longest time, but I have had YouTube channels for 10 years, and this is my first live on here. Like, what was I afraid of? Any advice for when we doubt our journey? My doubt seems to always get in the way. Yes. Although I just feel like that would be a very long answer. I could recommend some videos. I have some videos on anxiety. I have some videos on, I don't even know. I just talk about that in many different videos. So I would say it's probably more time efficient to check there. But also, again, the manifestation transformation, like the first several weeks are about uncovering and doing healing work and overcoming those kinds of blocks. So that's going to be awesome. Any tips for anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel? It doesn't even say channel. I'm just making up words. Yeah, just start posting videos. Great. Yeah, honestly, just start posting videos. I would say if you want to learn to edit, look on YouTube for tutorials. That's what helped me. I searched how to edit using Final Cut Pro, tutorial basics, and I learned everything. I learned everything to do with YouTube off of YouTube tutorials. The easiest way though is just to start posting and get over that, fear, if fear is a thing. But there are strategic things you can do with YouTube, like the titles you use matters. Like, the more searchable, the better. The thumbnails you use are very important. Words are hard right now. What you put in the description is important. The tags you use, very searchable tags. Like, there are strategic things, and I'm pretty positive you can probably find tutorials on how to have searchability in your videos. Other than that, just start, and you don't have to be perfect. Start, take messy action. My friend / kind of acquaintance, I mean, we've only hung out a couple times, Angie Lee, her whole thing is take messy action. Ready is a lie. Like, if you wait until you're ready, you're going to be waiting forever, because once you feel ready, it's like the window has passed and you've outgrown that thing anyway. Or you just wait forever and never do it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys all for coming and hanging out. Again, I will see if my friends will go live tomorrow just for a last reminder for the Manifestation Transformation course. If you want to join, it's going to be an amazing, in-depth, transformative, personal, very personal, working together, 2 months together. Like, let's end 2020 in the most powerful way. So if you want to check that out, I will figure out how to link that in the description of this live. Also, what else? Also, I don't remember. This is why I don't go live. Just kidding. It's okay. There's no need to be perfect. You guys should see what it's like, though, when I'm sitting down to film a YouTube video. Probably should just go live more, because I definitely tend to overthink sometimes when I film. And I'm like, I need to say the right thing. Gotta get over that. Don't forget to switch your clocks, because we get an extra hour of sleep. I didn't even think of that. Thank you. That went over my head. All right. Well, thank you for joining my first live. It was an honor to have this experience. Let me know in the actual comments, not just in the live feed, but in the actual comments, if you want me to do this more often. I'm so open to that. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being so kind. Man, why don't I do this more? Okay, well, yeah, let me know if you want me to do this more, and I can definitely come hang. 2020 doesn't need an extra hour. That's what someone said. That's funny. Okay, well, before I ramble on, which I have a tendency of doing, I'm going to log off. I'm going to selenite, use my selenite wand to release any energy that I'm holding from anyone else, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys. Oh, wait, that's what I do in my videos. Bye, guys.